Howdy folks, welcome back to Boondockery. Today I am out on the lake with a little bit of paddle therapy because things have just been stressing me out. I just finished up editing my first secret fun spot video and it was stressful. And once you've seen it, you understand why. And I just needed to get away. And this was the one spot that I could think of that I could do it and enjoy every bit of it. This beautiful weather we have right now. It's been mostly cloudy all day. And the temperature has been very mild, low 70s, if that. And very cool breeze. It's just been very, very pleasant. I was able to get some things put away that I had drying from my secret fun spot video. And yeah, I needed the break. Now this is the first time I'm using this setup that I've got going on with my cameras. And I have no idea how well it's going to work. Even if I wind up not using this video as part of my channel, it's given me a chance to use it, experiment with it, and if it turns out okay, then great. It turns out just fine. One of my goals, other than therapy, which is always a very important thing, is I am scouting out locations along this lake for some wild camping. And it's not a tremendously large lake as far as that goes. As a matter of fact, I'm certain there are states that have huge lakes that would probably refer to this as a pond. But it's a lake to us. It's actually a man-made lake, and it's just very, very pretty. It's very relaxing, and being on the water right now is absolutely fantastic. Got a little bit of a breeze, and because I decided to put my Bonafide 107 seat in the high position, just because of comfort and being able to get in and out of it is a lot easier on my knee. I'm catching a lot of wind, so my paddling isn't exactly going as well as I thought it would. And of course the wake of the fishing boats that came by doesn't really help that at all. Another reason while I'm out on the lake today is it's been almost a year since I've been on the water, and I have a rather awesome, epic adventure planned for next month. I'm going to go to South Carolina with my good buddy Jay Neighbors and BIC, and we are going to Lake Hartwell and do a little island hopping wild camping. And I've really been looking forward to that. Jay and I have been planning an adventure of some type for a long time, and we finally decided on doing the Lake Hartwell kayak, canoe, island hopping extravaganza. So I need to get my paddle arms back. And, it's a absolute humongous lake. It's huge, absolutely ginormous. It actually goes from South Carolina well into Georgia, and it's just astronomically gargantuan. It's ginormous, and really looking forward to it. This will be the first boating adventure that I have ever been on. And I don't know if Jay has done any camping associated with his boating and fishing on Lake Hartwell. But we're definitely going to get a whole bunch of it done next month. It's going to be about 5 days, and we'll have to work out the final logistics when I get down there. And, I'm just very, very much looking forward to that. I have some good news, bad news kind of information. The good news is my camera that I thought was deceased has been, by the good grace of God, resurrected, and it is now fully functional. However, I think some of the settings got discombobulated during its period in the nether regions, and I'm going to need to take a look at that before I can use it again. So that's good news. The bad news is I went to the doctor, and the doctor looked at the x-rays. After the examination of my knee, broke the news to me that I have several bone spurs grinding bone to bone in my knee, and I have rheumatoid arthritis. So, that's not the greatest news. And I know to repair the bone spurs, surgery will do that. However, I also know that surgery is going to mean pretty much at least 6 weeks of not doing anything outdoors that I love to do. So as of right now, I'm just going to take it easy. I'm going to wear my knee brace, move very, very cautiously and slowly as to not exacerbate the bone spurs grinding into bare bone, and try to get through the summer, and then right at the very end of summer, probably the middle of August or so, beginning of August maybe, I don't know, pursue the surgery aspect. That way 6 weeks, hopefully I can get through September and be fit and ready to go in October. Which October's my favorite month. Mine and Lovey's. Now that's the news from Boondockery. So good news, bad news. Good news, good. Bad news, could be worse. I'm thanking the Lord for all the blessings I've got, and taking every single day and enjoying every aspect of it that I can. Shh. You must be very, very quiet. They're hunting fishes. Oh, it's actually beautiful. There's a bank right behind me. You can see it. I saw several very huge lumps of coal that had washed out of the bank, and a testament to the times where southeastern Ohio was a coal mecca. I wouldn't even venture to gather how many billions of tons of coal were, well, not billions, millions of coal was dug out of these hills. The lake that I'm on right now is called Lake Rupert. It's a man-made lake, one of 3 lakes in Clinton County. The others are Lake Hope and Lake Alma. Lake Hope and the surrounding vicinities were basically the product of the Civilian Conservation Corps, as was a lot of the other areas around Clinton County. Lake Alma was unique. It has an island in the middle. The lake is basically a donut, and the donut hole is a great big hill / island. And in its heyday, back in the 20s and 30s, there was actually a carousel on the island with all kinds of amusements. It must have been a sight to see back in those days. And it has definitely come a long way from that. And it's definitely by far the smallest lake in Vinton County. And it truly is a glorified pond, but it's a nice park. It's a nice park. If you're not looking for heavy adventure and you just want a nice laid back, public campground, it's very clean. The people that work there are, fantastic. They're very nice and they're very hospitable. And it just, like for modern contemporary campground camping, it's a very nice camping experience. Lake Hope has cabins and a campground and all kinds of fantastic hiking trails and mountain biking trails, and it's Zaleska State Forest and Lake Hope State Park. It's absolutely gorgeous, and I frequent there, and it's my preferred park area if I'm going to be hiking and camping in a state forest. It's generally Zaleski State Forest, with the exception of my new secret fun spot, which for the time being, the whereabouts will remain unknown. Heading into a nice little cove, and to be perfectly honest with you, this is like the first time I've ever paddled Lake Rupert. So everything I'm seeing for the first time that you can't see from a road that passes nearby. Very pretty. I am surprised with the age of the forest on either side of the lake. And my endeavor is to find a decent camping location, wild camping location down this cove. And it seems to be fairly secluded from the wind right now, which is very nice. I was being blown all over the place. The boat I have is a Bonafide 107, and the Bonafide is primarily a fishing kayak. I am not a fisherman. I'm horrible at it. However, I do love kayaking and canoeing and all that stuff. I love wild camping and bushcraft. And the one thing I started thinking about was, hey, you know what? I get a canoe I want, and something happens, I hit some unexpected rapids, I could lose all of my stuff. All of my stuff. No, that's unacceptable. And I started looking at options. And the Bonafide 107 is one of the most stable kayaks that has a very high payload capacity. And it's not fantastic at tracking. It's not particularly fast, but it's very stable. It will get me where I'm going just with a little bit more effort and a little more work. Let's just put it like that. My wife has a kayak as well, and it is, I call mine the battleship, and I call hers the destroyer, because it tracks much better, it's faster, and the payload isn't as much as mine, but it's definitely as much as I would need to take with me. This was a decent cove. A couple spots I could definitely pull in. A lot of dense foliage on the banks. But definitely doable. I'm going to head down to the southern end of the lake, and memory serves, there's another cove down there. It's a little more narrow, and it might be more conducive to what I'm looking for. If not, I can definitely find a couple spots here. Just a matter of getting in at the right time of day, be able to get our boats pulled up and in, up off the bank, so they aren't seen. So we have a nice private camp, but hammock camping, no problem. No problem. There's a couple flatter areas I saw through the trees. They'd be fine for ground camping too. Feel of the boat floating, the breeze, sounds of the cicada, crickets, the frogs, the birds, the trucks that need new mufflers. Oh, it's all very therapeutic. Even the most remote places that I can go to for wild camping, hiking, boating, there's always a township road, a county road, or something close enough for vehicles to go down, and more often than not, they're loud. And no matter where you are on this planet, there's always some form of construction going on. There's either pipeline construction, electric line construction, road construction, air traffic. You can't escape air traffic. I don't care where you are, you can't escape. Right now, I'm not even going to attempt to get my camera out. But that, to me, and yes, it's a bald eagle. It's a bald eagle. I'm going to try to get her out so you can see it flying behind me. It's a bald eagle up in the sky. My GoPro is on a rigid mount. It doesn't, it's not very versatile. It just pretty much holds it in place. That bald eagle made my day. It's a testament to the diligence of good people doing good things with conservation. I remember a time when I was growing up here in southeastern Ohio that most of the creeks were, they were toxic. They were red, and they stank of sulfuric acid and all of the negative byproducts of strip mining. It was horrible. And for you to see certain types of birds, like a blue heron, even Canadian geese for that matter. Can you believe that? Canadian geese, rare? It was all rare. now it's absolutely phenomenal. Here in my own backyard, looking up and seeing a bald eagle, and the first time I had ever seen a bald eagle in the wild was on the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, up on the oh golly, is it Pictured Rock National Lakeshore or something like that? And it was the first time I'd ever seen one in the wild. But I have seen several in Benton County over the past couple of years, and it's absolutely fantastic. Yeah, I may not get down to where I want to go this evening before it gets too dark, you know, with the headwind and everything, but that's okay. I can always come back. It's 10 minutes away. I get another one of those fragments of life, living time. And life affords me every once in a while. Oh yeah. It takes me 15 minutes to load up the boat, 10 minutes to be down here, about 10 minutes to unload the boat and get it on the water. Absolutely beautiful eagle. Well, I think I found a cove. Now granted, it's not where I thought it was. And, oh yeah, I think this will do very nicely. Very easy to get a number of boats up in there. And I see several excellent spots that we could walk up to the camp. And I see a little box turtle right there. Hello, little fellow. I hope you don't mind if I park here for just a moment. The view is lovely. And even though you're not much a conversationalist, I do so enjoy your company. This is a potential location to pull my boats in and be able to go camping. And as I can see up through there, it looks like some excellent woodland. The only problem would be the road sound. But unfortunately, I deal with that everywhere I go. due to the lack of quality camera equipment at the moment, I am not able to zoom in on any of this awesome stuff I'm seeing. I saw the bald eagle. I've seen many kingfisher. I've seen several blue heron, a couple ducks, and I can see them just fine flying across the sky, but the camera's eye can't see them quite as well as mine. This sky is absolutely fantastic. Just a right amount of blue sky to any variation of color of cloud. There's some up there that are really dark, some that are just pure white. Some are fluffy, some are feathery, some are wisps of mist. You close your eyes for 30 seconds, you look back up, they're all going to be different. Hello folks, looks like our sun is going behind a bunch of clouds. It looks like it goes on for a good ways, definitely to my horizon. And I don't think my GoPro does real well with low light. So I'm going to go ahead and thank you all very much for joining me on my little night of relaxation on the lake. I certainly hope that all of you can find a little bit of peace in your day. If you can find something like this, oh, you are truly blessed. I'm very fortunate and blessed. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.